Welcome to Manila Updates TV. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Breaking news. Somalia is making headlines as it eyes a monumental $900 million fighter jet deal, a move that could send shockwaves through the region and beyond. Could this be the dawn of a new era for African defense, where nations on the continent take bold steps to secure their own skies and assert their sovereignty? On a dusty airstrip just outside Mogadishu, the air is thick with anticipation and hope. The ground trembles with the promise of change as the world watches closely. Somali officers, flanked by Pakistani defense officials, carefully inspect a sleek, modern warplane, an image that would have seemed impossible just a few years ago. The JF-17 Thunder's nose gleams under the African sun, symbolizing not just advanced technology, but a future Somalia hasn't glimpsed in decades. A future filled with renewed strength and national pride. This is not just another military purchase, it's a calculated gamble to end 30 years of vulnerability, instability, and reliance on foreign powers for protection. The Somali government has officially announced negotiations with Pakistan, aiming to buy 24 JF-17 Block 3 fighter jets for a staggering $900 million, a sum that reflects the seriousness of their intent. For a country where the roar of combat aircraft has been absent for generations, this is headline news, sparking conversations in homes, cafes, and markets across the nation. The deal, if finalized, will include not just the jets themselves, but also comprehensive pilot training, advanced weapons systems, and years of technical support, laying the foundation for a modern air force. This move signals a bold statement to the world. Somalia is determined to reclaim control of its skies and protect its people with its own strength. It's a story that could reshape the balance of power, not just in Somalia, but across the entire Horn of Africa, inspiring other nations to pursue their own path to security and self-reliance. For 30 years, Somalia's skies have been unguarded, left open and vulnerable to whatever threats might come from above. The absence of a national air force has been a silent but constant reminder of the country's struggles. The collapse of the Somali Air Force in the early 1990s left the country exposed, its airfields deserted and its runways cracked and overgrown. Once these bases buzzed with activity, now they stand as monuments to a lost era. Civil war and chaos followed, and with no money and no state to speak of, jets rusted on the tarmac. The proud machines that once guarded Somalia's skies became relics, slowly decaying under the relentless sun. The world watched as pirates, extremists, and smugglers exploited the vacuum. With no air patrols, criminal networks flourished, and Somalia's reputation became synonymous with lawlessness and danger. Without an air force, Somalia relied on others for protection. Its own soldiers could only look up, hoping for help from above, while foreign aircraft patrolled the skies. Foreign drones and planes from the United States, Turkey, and the African Union took over surveillance and strikes. These missions kept threats at bay, but they also underscored Somalia's dependence on outside powers. But this help always came with strings attached. Every foreign intervention meant new agreements, new compromises, and less control over Somalia's own destiny. Somalia's leaders have long wanted to rebuild, but few believed it was possible. Years of instability and limited resources made the dream of a new air force seem distant. Now, with more stability and newfound ambition, Somalia sees air power as the key to defending its borders and coastline. The need is urgent, as threats remain and the world grows more complex. Neighboring countries like Ethiopia and Kenya already have modern air forces, projecting strength and securing their interests in the region. Somalia's leaders worry that staying grounded means staying weak, unable to protect their people or assert their sovereignty in a rapidly changing world. This $900 million deal, then, is about more than planes. It's an investment in security, independence, and a new chapter for the nation. It's about restoring dignity, sovereignty, and the ability to shape their own future. For Somalia, reclaiming the skies is a symbol of hope and a promise to generations yet to come. At the core of this massive $900 million deal are 24 JF-17 Block 3 fighter jets, the latest and most advanced version of the JF-17 series. These jets represent a significant leap in capability for Somalia's Air Force, bringing cutting-edge technology and firepower to the region. Each JF-17 Block 3 is a true multi-role aircraft. They can engage in high-speed air-to-air combat, deliver precision strikes against ground targets, and even conduct maritime patrol missions to secure Somalia's vast coastline. This versatility means the jets can respond to a wide range of threats and missions. But the deal is about much more than just acquiring new planes. Somalia is aiming for a complete, ready-to-operate Air Force package, one that can be deployed and effective from the very first day. This comprehensive approach is designed to rapidly boost Somalia's defense capabilities. The package includes state-of-the-art weapon systems, such as advanced air-to-air missiles, precision-guided bombs, and sophisticated avionics for navigation and targeting. These upgrades will give Somali pilots a technological edge in any conflict scenario. In addition, Somalia will receive essential ground support equipment, a steady supply of spare parts, and long-term maintenance contracts that will last for at least a decade. This is crucial for a country with limited experience in operating and maintaining high-tech fighter jets, ensuring the fleet stays mission-ready. Training is a major pillar of the agreement. Pakistani instructors and engineers will provide extensive training for Somali pilots and ground crews, both at established facilities in Pakistan and at newly built training centers in Somalia. This will help build local expertise and confidence. The ultimate goal is to create a self-sustaining Somali Air Force, one that can plan, operate, and maintain its own missions without relying endlessly on foreign support. This marks a major step toward true military independence. Altogether, the $900 million investment buys not just advanced hardware, but also vital know-how and infrastructure. It's a transformative deal that could reshape Somalia's military future for decades to come, giving the country new strength and strategic options. You can't just buy jets and start flying. Somalia knows this. That's why the deal includes a phased delivery and training program. The first batch of jets will go to Pakistan, where Somali pilots will learn the ropes under experienced instructors. This is hands-on, real-world training, far beyond textbooks. Gradually, as skills grow, new jets will arrive in Somalia. Maintenance crews will train in both countries, learning to keep the JF-17's mission ready. Simulator training, language courses, and tactical exercises all play a part. The goal is a new generation of Somali aviators, not just a fleet with no one to fly it. This approach is vital. Somalia's last trained pilots are now retired, and few locals have experience with modern jets. The training program is designed to close that gap, slowly but surely. With each phase, Somalia moves closer to having its own skilled pilots and engineers, able to defend their country from the air. Why choose the Pakistani JF-17 over American or European jets? Well, the answer, officials say, comes down to cost, politics, and practicality. Western planes like the F-16, Gripen, or Eurofighter are powerful, but they come with high prices and, honestly, some pretty strict controls. The JF-17, by contrast, delivers modern technology at a fraction of the cost. Pakistan offers attractive financing, fewer strings, and a willingness to transfer technology. The JF-17 Block 3 is no slouch bomb. It boasts an ASA radar, fly-by-wire controls, and the ability to launch advanced missiles. For Somalia, this means real capability without the political headaches of Western deals. There's another reason, too. The West has been slow to support Somalia's military ambitions. Pakistan, eager to showcase its growing defense industry, stepped in. For Somalia, it's a practical move that sends a message. They're ready to do business with new partners and chart their own path. Somalia's geography is unique. Its coastline stretches over 3,000 kilometers, the longest in mainland Africa. This makes the country vulnerable to piracy, smuggling, and illegal fishing. Modern jets with long range and good sensors are vital for patrolling these vast waters. The JF-17 fits this mission. It can operate from basic runways, fly long distances, and carry a mix of weapons. With its advanced radar and surveillance gear, the JF-17 can spot threats from far away. Whether pirates at sea or extremists inland, this is honestly a game-changer for Somalia's border security. The aircraft's multi-role design means it's just as useful for intercepting enemy planes as for striking ground targets. For Somalia, this flexibility is crucial. One jet can do the work of many, really maximizing value for every dollar spent. A deal this big doesn't happen in a vacuum. Somali officials have quietly confirmed that Gulf states are helping finance the purchase. Saudi Arabia and Turkey in particular see Somalia as a strategic ally. Both have invested heavily in Somali infrastructure, ports, and security. Saudi Arabia wants a stable Horn of Africa, close to its vital shipping lanes. Turkey has built military bases in Mogadishu and trained Somali troops for years. By backing the jet deal, these countries hope to strengthen Somalia, and their own influence in East Africa. With Gulf money, Somalia gets access to high-tech military gear it could never afford alone. In return, the Gulf powers expand their reach, shaping Africa's new security landscape. It's a quiet partnership, but one with enormous consequences for the region. This deal is about more than Somalia. For Pakistan, it's a chance to prove itself as a global arms exporter. The JF-17's success in Nigeria and Myanmar paved the way, but Somalia is the first major African customer in the Horn. If the deal goes through, others may follow. It also signals a shift in Africa's defense relationships. For decades, African nations looked to the West or Russia for military hardware. Now, new players like Pakistan, China, and Turkey are offering modern weapons, and more flexible terms. For Somalia, the jets are a symbol of progress and self-reliance. For the region, it's a warning. Somalia is no longer content to be the weakest link. This could spark a new era of arms deals, alliances, and rivalries across the continent. Despite the excitement, the deal is not finalized. Financing is complex, and major arms sales require export clearances and end-use guarantees. Somalia's fragile politics and the risk of corruption raise questions about oversight. Some international partners worry about technology falling into the wrong hands. Yet the strong signal is clear. Somalia is determined to rebuild. The jet deal is a message to friend and foe alike. They're serious about security. If the hurdles can be cleared, Somalia may soon roar back onto the African stage, no longer a bystander but a player. For Africa, this could be the start of something big. A reborn Somali Air Force could mean safer seas, stronger borders, and new opportunities for regional cooperation. The world will be watching.